it's Caddy here. I'm sharing my second segment of my Think Outside the Box series, and today's topic is hot glue. Hot glue is a very fun thing to use. Now, I know hot glue is not something that is completely, you know, rare in scrapbooking or crafting. It's something that's used very often. However, it's usually used as glue. I like to use hot glue to make, to make shapes, to make words, just fun things that you can make with it. Really, you can make pretty much anything out of hot glue. So here I go. I'm just showing you guys a few things that I'm doing, and then I'll come in at the end and I'll show you guys everything that I made, and then I'll talk a little bit more about hot glue. So I'm just showing you guys here. You can make any type of word. I wrote "I love you." You can write anything. You can write hello. You can write anything that you can do. Your hand does not have to be super steady. Mine is not. Mine shakes a little when I'm writing it out, and my hot glue gun is a bit older, so I struggle with it a little bit more. But if you have a newer one, it might be a little bit easier for you. But I still use I've had that hot glue gun for, I don't know, 10 years or more probably. So you can use any hot glue gun that you have, and you can use not only the clear hot glue, but you can use the colored ones as well. The little pack that I showed at the beginning of the hot glue, I got that at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, and I got that pack, and it brings it's like a glittery hot glue, and it's gold, and it has green, and it has red, and I'm sure you can find it in all types of colors. So here I'm kind of showing you, this is like a messy flower that I'm doing, and then there was white glue in there, so the first, the bottom layer came out white, and then the top was in gold. So it looks really pretty. I can't wait to use that on a layout because that's going to be fun. And since it is hot glue, like I'm showing you here, you can stretch it out a little bit more, or you can kind of tuck it in and make it smaller, whatever suits your needs, or whatever looks good on your layout. I'm showing you now the enamel dots. You can make little enamel dots, well, not enamel dots, but hot glue dots with the gold. I'm making some here, and then later I will make some bigger ones. So it's a lot of fun. The great thing about this is if you make if you're making like an enamel dot, and you mess up and you kind of smears, or you kind of go off to the edge a little bit, you can just take your scissors and just any little excess piece that you want to just snip away, you can do that, because it's hot glue is very simple to cut with the scissors. So that's one of the great things about this. This is another fun technique that I learned through YouTube, actually, watching someone on YouTube, and this is using those molds. Those are just the candy molds. They do have to be silicone, so the silicone candy molds, you can use that. You could even use, if you have like the cookie cutters, you can use those, like the metal ones. If you want to get like a specific shape, you can just lay it down and just pour hot glue in there, and it'll make whatever shape you want. And I am making these on my Heidi Swapp mat, which is a silicone mat, so it works great. Silicone is the best surface for doing this, because it comes right off. If you try to do it on something else, it's not going to be as smooth and as clean, and this just comes right off. You don't even have to struggle with it. So there I go. I'm just showing you a flower and a heart in that red color, and that's the red glitter one. So as you can see, you have a ton of variety of things that you can make. So I'm gonna come in just a little bit now, and I'm gonna show you guys what I did, and just explain a little bit more, and show you guys a layout with these hot glue shapes. Not these, but other ones that I had made before, because I have done this before. I've done this technique a couple times, and it's a lot of fun, so that's why I wanted to share it in this series. So I'll be coming in just a minute, so stay tuned. Thank you. Hi, my friends. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed watching me make some of these hot glue pieces. I just think they're such a fun, you know, such a fun thing to do. It's just something different to do. As this series is called, Think Outside the Box. So it's just fun. It's just something that's going to be totally unique. It's going to add something unique to your layout. And I mean, you can pretty much make anything out of this. These are some of the things you saw me make in the video. You know, these pieces like this one, and I think this one I had previously made. So it's just, you know, just fun shapes. This one I really like how it came out. Show you that against this piece. It's very pretty, and since it does have that gold in it, because I used the gold glue, it's really pretty. And that would go really pretty behind a photo. You know, you could do like a round photo, or, you know, it would just be really nice. So that's a lot of fun. And then you can write out anything. You know, I don't know where my I went. I have to find it, but it says I love you. But you can write out anything. If you want to write out a name, if you want to write out, you know, a saying, you know, whatever it is. The molds are a really fun way to use the hot glue as well. So this is really fun, and as I said, just using this Wilton, it's a Wilton candy mold. I just got that at Michael's. So, you know, these are really fun way to, and they have these molds in like anything, any type of shape, you know, all different things. If you Google it or you go to Amazon, or eBay even, you can find these molds in any shape, and they're really inexpensive. So that's something fun, and they're really pretty. These flowers are really pretty. So I can't wait to use that. Again, you know, the little enamel dots, like I said, you can make them small, you can make them big, whatever you like. The circle. Now I am going to be making a layout or several layouts with these pieces. I haven't had time to do so. I have my aunt visiting from out of town, so, you know, I've been with her and just trying to spend some time, because I only have a few days with her, so I'm spending some time with her. So I haven't had time to make a layout this weekend, but I will be using these pieces. I did want to show you a layout that I've already made. You know, I've made this layout probably a year ago, but I wanted to show you guys that layout using hot glue pieces, and let me get that for you. Okay, so here it is. So here's the layout. This is from our Vegas trip. And then here, this love is hot glue. I believe I stuck this down. When I made this, I still didn't have my Tombow, which is what I'll probably try to use now. But I think, pretty sure, I use my Aleene's tacky glue, and this is the clear one. So I'm pretty sure I use that. Or you can use hot glue, you know, behind it if it's not such a thin piece. So you know, these glues, I haven't tried the Tombow, but I'm sure it would work. I mean, Tombow is great for a lot of things, so I'm sure that would work just as well. But I will let you know once I use it if it did work. Or you guys let me know if you've tried it. So in this piece, this love is hot glue. What I did for this, I colored it using Lindy's Stamp Gang, and I'm pretty sure it was this color, Autumn Maple Crimson. Now it does take a while because it doesn't stick so well to it, you know, so I had to kind of go over it a few times to get this you know, this bright color, but I did use, and I'm pretty sure it was this color that I used. So Lindy's Stamp Gang, this is one of those Starburst sprays. For this heart as well, you see this one I didn't go over as much, so this one is not as bright as this. This one I just kept, you know, it would dry and then I would go over it again. And I'm pretty sure, I think I used a brush. I'm not sure. This was over a year ago, like I said. So I'm not sure what I used, but I think it was with a brush, or I think with my finger. I don't remember, but I know I had to go over this a few times to get it that color. It's probably easier to use acrylic paint, which is what I used on this black one. This is like a squiggly, you know, kind of weird circle. And then I accented that with these pieces, which are just little swirls that I had and little things. But this whole piece right here, this whole area, that's hot glue. And I used black acrylic paint for that. I just painted it with a brush. Again, I think I had to do 2 coats on that as well. But it does stick better than the mist. And that's just the cheap, you know, this is not obviously not the black one, but just the cheap acrylic paints that I use. So that's what I use. And then it's a little bit faded because I did use some gesso. As you can see, I used some gesso kind of to distress a little bit because it's like a distressed page. So I did put some gesso over it. That's why the color is not as bright as it would be if I hadn't used the gesso. But yeah. So I wanted to share that. This is something I made using the hot glue pieces. I will be making a layout, like I said, with these pieces, you know, when I have time. Hopefully tomorrow or sometime this week I'll have time. And definitely when I do make something, I will show you guys what I make. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. If you have any questions, I did want to address this. In my last video, some of the ladies did have questions. They did have concerns regarding, on my last video, if you guys haven't watched, I used a cardboard piece. What is it called? This. The paper towel rolls. That's what it's called. I used that. And the paper towel rolls, they asked if they were acid free, and honestly I don't know, and I think there's so many different manufacturers that, you know, I don't think you could confirm that any of it is acid free. The way I see it, if it's not directly on my photo, I'm okay with it because it's not going to mess up my photo. So, you know, it's a risk, but, you know, I think it's definitely something that adds a lot of fun, a fun touch to your layout. So, you know, that's the answer to that. As well as hot glue. I mean, hot glue, I know there's people that use this to glue down their photos. So, you know, it's really not a big deal for me. I personally don't put anything behind, you know, straight onto either this or the hot glue. There's always a few layers of paper behind it, so that's why I'm okay with it. But if you guys have any concerns, any other questions, please let me know. Let me know what you guys think about this whole little series that I'm doing. I really wish I could have had time to make a layout, but like I said, I'm super busy playing host with my aunt. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend and have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.